Selfish sister destroys her life and then wants me to take care of her kid. I came to the US nearly 7 years ago. I've got two half-sisters on my dad's side, each from a different mom. My sisters came to the US 2 years ago. The eldest, Karen, got a student visa and moved in with me since I was earning a good salary. The arrangement was that I would pay bills, she would get a job at the university since she's not allowed to work outside, and that was her spending money. I would cover all bills and food. The only thing I asked was to help with some minor chores. I have a dog and a cat, and I told her she had no responsibility towards them while she had school and work. Well, that wasn't enough. While she was in school, Karen met Ken. I knew Ken from the time I went to university. He's a weird guy. Karen was head over heels for him. I warned her Ken had a bad reputation at the university, but she didn't care. She's a big girl, so I let it be, with the only condition that Ken was not allowed in my place. 2020 hit, and my hours were cut. Karen's school goes on pause, and she loses her campus job. Because of all of this, we moved into a small apartment. I took a second job and did some freelance on the side. Needless to say, I had no personal life. I am dating someone, but he was also swamped with work and bills, so we barely met each other. During this time, Karen and Ken got closer, and he began to appear in the apartment. Karen was not part of my lease, but my landlord was very understanding. Ken began making inappropriate comments about me. I am not a beauty queen, I just look a bit exotic, as Ken put it. I'm mixed race from the Caribbean, so I have a bit of everything, and somehow it all shows. Ken would go out of his way to make comments and was just invasive. I managed to just keep in my room when he was around, or use the excuse that my pets needed a walk. I didn't know exactly why, but Karen kept pushing for me to spend time on my own with Ken. It will be good for you to bond with your future brother-in-law. They had only been dating for 7 months at this point. Whatever, I didn't care. I found excuses to avoid it. In November 2020, I got a better position at my main career job, so I was able to quit my second job and have more me time. I reconnected with friends, and one of them asked me if I was okay. I asked why, and he told me Ken had been saying he was very close to getting me into bed. I was not okay with that idea, and I very loudly said I would rather be hit by a train than do anything with Ken. Since I'm in a small city, a lot of people had text messages or creepy stories to tell me. That was it for me. I went home and demanded an explanation. They didn't deny it. Ken even said Karen had said it was fine and I was doing them a solid as her sister, since he had a fantasy he wanted to go for. I told them both they were disgusting and that Ken had to leave or I would be calling the cops. Ken left with some insults sent my way, and Karen began telling me she didn't see the problem since my partner and I were on a break. We were not. I told her I was not for her to sell around like property, and that she had 2 weeks to find a place of her own. I was done with her. I called all my relatives, sent them copies of the text messages I was given, and no one in our family wanted anything to do with Karen. She moved in with Ken a few days later. It took me some effort, but I was able to get a restraining order for Ken. Couldn't get one for Karen. Still, they disappeared from my radar except for a few encounters, which were easily solved by showing I was about to call 911. And then today happened, and I had to hold back my laughter. Mary had kept tabs on Karen since sisters and all, and she messaged me with a notice. Hey, Karen just called me. She's pregnant and Ken kicked her out. I just stared for a few minutes and responded, oh, that's sad. Mary knew and supported me that I don't care or have any intention to help. Karen used Mary's phone to call me. She begged me to help, since Mary is only letting her stay for a week before she moves to another state. Said that she missed her little sister and had no one else to go to. That she knows I have family health insurance, and that I could do something like that for her pregnancy medical bills. This baby is a blessing, and I should want to help her raise it, meaning I pay for everything. I let her pour her heart out for a good 5 to 7 minutes, then said, nope. I ended the call. She tried calling again for a while, then stopped when I got a text message from Mary. Full story linked below.